this is Rocky Nuss, live producer with 8 News Now, and we are on the scene of what sources are saying are an aircraft crash near Carey and Nellis. Residents in the area who are standing around said that they heard a loud crash and don't know much more than that. So we're on the scene. The link to the story is in our description, but we don't have many details right now. But I am on the scene here on Carey near Nellis, where we're seeing many agency vehicles here, ambulances, police SUVs, and neighbors standing around saying they heard a loud crash. They can't get much closer to the scene, but we are still seeing activity here. We don't have any details, but 8 News Now crews are on the scene now, trying to get more information for you. Let us know in the comments, do you live in the area? Did you hear anything? In a tweet around 2:49 p.m., Nellis Air Force Base did confirm that they're aware of the incident involving one of their aircrafts, but that's all the details we have right now. We're waiting. They're going to stage an update for us not far from the scene, so stay with 8 News Now, and they will be providing more details soon for the public. I was able to speak to a resident nearby in the areas, and she said they just heard a loud crash. They don't know many details. They were saying different things, but we don't want to speculate. But we were seeing emergency vehicles in the area. Several, at least 5, several passed us, several ambulances, so we don't really know much details at this time. But we will keep you posted. So if you're just tuning in, we are on the scene of what sources are saying, or an Air Force jet crash near Carey, not far from Nellis Boulevard. To be specific though, we're closer to Judson and, let me see here. Right now I'm standing on the corner of Bledsoe and Judson, so we're not far from Christie actually. But we're south of Nellis Air Force Base from where I'm standing. So as I said, we don't have any details right now. Emergency crews appear to be leaving the scene. Some are still here. Many SUVs, Las Vegas Metro Police Department SUVs here right now. It appears also that a Las Vegas Fire and Rescue truck is here. Yes, hi Martin, hi Alicia. If you're in the area, you can definitely write in the comments what you've heard, if you heard the loud crash as well. I saw a Metro Police helicopter hovering above us about 10 minutes ago as well. We saw when 8 News Now crews were on the way here, we also did hear, we saw several ambulances pass us by as well when we were headed to the scene. If you have any information, definitely you can write in the comments, but definitely stay tuned with 8newsnow.com. We have crews on the scene. They'll be providing an update. We also have crews that will be there for the staging. When Metro will have or local agencies will be holding a press conference. So definitely check for that on 8newsnow.com and also our app. Yes, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're not far from the Sunrise Manor area. We're actually close to Carey and Christie. But more well-known streets are, east of Nellis on Christie Lane, just off Carey. Yes. So if you're just tuning in, we're just standing on the scene off of Carey near Nellis. Specifically right here where I'm on Judson, but there were reports of an Air Force jet crash in this area, in this residential area here. And we're just standing in the area waiting for updates. We will be on the scene of a press conference. We have Henry Takai down here, 8 News Now photojournalist, interviewing some of the residents in the area who's saying that they heard a loud crash. So you'll have more details of that as well posted. But we are in Las Vegas. We're not far from, just east over here, Sunrise Manor area. You can see the Sunrise Mountains over here. Those are the Sunrise Mountains. We're just south of Nellis Air Force Base. In a tweet around 2:49 p.m., Nellis Air Force Base, that they were aware of the incident involving associated with one of their aircraft. So we don't have any more details at this time, but stay tuned. We don't want to speculate. Let's just wait for that update. But we are on the scene right now of a aircraft crash in a residential neighborhood, is what sources are saying. So let us know where you're tuning in from right now. But we are on the scene. We still have some residents standing outside while we have Metro's vehicles here, SUVs, ambulances, things like that in this residential neighborhood. We're off of Judson and Bledsoe right now, not far from Carey. So someone's saying what type of jet it was. We don't know those details yet, so we don't have anything to confirm until they let us know. Right now, we just know that from a tweet, Nellis Air Force Base confirmed that they are aware of the incident associated with one of their aircraft. So that's all that we know right now. We don't want to speculate on anything. But stay with 8 News Now. We'll definitely update you. We don't know exactly the time. I'm not sure. I'm not near my partner over there to know what time the press conference will be at, but officials will provide us with updates shortly. Yes, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're not far from the Sunrise Manor area. This is Sunrise Mountains here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Just up north of it is Nellis Air Force Base, further north. Right, we're not far from that. But this is a residential area. I believe I'm not sure which park that is, but it's a small park, or if it's a school, but I'm standing on Judson and Bledsoe, so if you know the area, this is where we're standing right now, Judson and Bledsoe. But as we reported in the story, if you click the link in the description, we have the story posted by one of our 8 News Now digital producers. It was just the information we have at this time, but more details will come shortly. For now, if you're just tuning in, we're Las Vegas, Nevada. Not far from the Sunrise Manor area off Judson and Bledsoe, but according to sources, there was an aircraft, Air Force jet crash here in this residential area. So we will provide those details shortly. Thanks for tuning in, but definitely check back in on the website 8newsnow.com for the story. But we have 8 News Now photojournalists down there interviewing residents. Some didn't want to be on camera, but they're saying they did heard a loud crash and they came outside to try to see what it was. Earlier, I think we posted also on our website a picture of a plume of smoke sent in by one of our 8 News Now viewers too, who were not far from the area as well. Thank you. So one of our viewers is saying we're not far from an elementary school right here. There's a park not far from here as well. So thank you for tuning in, and definitely stay with us. We will provide an update. There's gonna be a press conference shortly to provide us with more details. We can't see much from right here, from where we are, but there were residents all standing outside.
Right now, I'm not sure. Let me double check though and find out.
This road right here is currently closed off, so there's some residents trying to get by right now. But if you're trying to come up north on Bledsoe and Judson, the area is blocked off, so you're actually not able to cross north on Bledsoe, just south of Judson. So please avoid the area as we all wait for more details on this incident. Yes, we're all hoping for the safety. It's a very sad scene right now. We don't have any details right now, but as we learn more, we'll definitely give you those details. Go to 8newsnow.com for more details, and our app as well. So if we have any of the details, we'll definitely push those out through our app, the 8 News Now app on your phones, and also the website story. Just refresh it anytime we have new details, we provide it. Also the press conference that officials will hold shortly, or if it's in progress now, we have 8 News Now crews in both areas. It will be streamed live inside of our story on our webpage. So just visit 8newsnow.com. So I do have a link in the description of this live stream. So if you want to just hop out and click on that, you can actually go to the story, which is regularly updated as we get details on 8newsnow.com. I'm sorry I don't have more details for you right now. That's all that I know, but while I'm live streaming also I can't check on more updates. I just know that I'm standing right here. I did see several emergency vehicles leave when we arrived. I saw residents standing outside describing what they heard as a loud crash, and they came outside. They couldn't get too close to see what was happening, but this is a residential area. I'm not sure what this structure is right here, but it appears that the crews were working in this area right over here, and we're on Judson and Bledsoe right now, just off of that. The fire department notification I got said something about Christie Lane off Carey, near Carey, and this is also near a more popular street, more well known, is Nellis Boulevard. So we get notifications, you know, from the local agencies. We saw, you know, online, you can see if there's a crash, you can see, you know, if the fire department is on scene here. So we're just waiting for official information from these local agencies, from the fire department, from Metro, and they will have a staging area where they will update the media and the public with official details. So nothing, we don't want to speculate at this point, but there was, if you're just tuning in, it was reported by sources of an Air Force jet crash here in a residential area of Las Vegas, Nevada. This area is the Sunrise Manor area. You can see the Sunrise Mountains right here. We are just off of Judson and Bledsoe right here, but more well-known streets are Carey and Nellis. You can see behind me a elementary school. But we do have vehicles leaving the scene. When we were en route, let's see, I'm trying to think of what time that we left, maybe 40 minutes ago. We had several ambulances passing us by. We still have a couple on the scene, so we have one on the scene right now, just here, but we did have a couple pass us while we were en route. So thank you for tuning in right now. We don't have many details right now, but in this residential area of Las Vegas, Nevada, close to Sunrise Manor area off Carey, Nellis, near Carey, Nellis Boulevard, there was reports of an Air Force jet crash. That's all the information we have at this time. Emergency vehicles have left the scene except for this Las Vegas Fire and Rescue truck here, you see. So this is a residential area in Las Vegas, Nevada. It came up on the map when I looked at it as Sunrise Manor area, but this is definitely near, I'm standing on the corner of Judson and Bledsoe. If you look it up on the map, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sunrise Manor area, residential area. Somewhere over here is where we're seeing emergency crews. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. Several ambulances. We do see more emergency vehicles, police vehicles up ahead, blocking off the area. So we can absolutely, you might want to avoid this area. There are some residents that are trying to get by, and they're saying they're not opening up the road yet while they're investigating, or they're on the scene. So this is blocked off right here. This is Judson. That's the west over here. This is east, where you see Sunrise Mountains right over here. So for the latest, go to 8newsnow.com for any updates. And thank you for tuning in. Yes, I see some of the comments. Some also saw that tweet go out by Nellis Air Force Base that they were aware of the incident around 2:49 p.m. They'll provide details as they become available, but from what we're hearing from sources, that it was an Air Force jet. And Nellis Air Force Base is aware of the incident associated with one of their aircrafts. So the roads continue to be blocked off in this area. We do see some leaving the area, but the road is still blocked off here in this residential area. Residents are still standing outside, either waiting to get by from this area until the emergency vehicles go by, but the roads are still closed off in the area. Right, some of the notifications may have been later, just trying to confirm the facts, so we're just waiting for the facts. But stay with 8 News Now. We do have crews on the scene. We have our reporters also. I believe Orkoman is also on this, not far from the area, so he will be there. Some of our other crews will be at the news conference when we're getting updated by officials with more details on this incident. Thank you for tuning in with 8newsnow.com. We're standing on Judson and Bledsoe in a residential area of Las Vegas, Nevada, where it was reported that an Air Force jet crashed. And if you check our story, the link is in the description. There's an image there that a viewer sent in right shortly after the crash that was reported, at least in more than, it has to be about an hour ago by now, but where there's an image with smoke that was coming from this area here. That's on our website, 8newsnow.com. But now, as you can see, there's no smoke anymore. But it was in this general areas where we're seeing Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, roads are blocked off. That update should be coming in shortly if it hasn't already started. So definitely check on our website for 8newsnow.com is where they will be streaming the press conference live to report on what happened. We have residents in the area waiting to get by, but the road is still blocked off during this investigation. And we do see Las Vegas Fire and Rescue leaving the scene over here. We have a resident saying, you live a street over from here. You said, and it was very loud, right? You said you saw it flying low. You said it was very loud. So you live not far. Nicole Adams is saying Judson Christie, right? It was reported by, when we saw the notification from the fire department, Christie Lane was the street that we saw. You're not far from Christie. Exactly. Christie, not far from Carey. Exactly. And we are just south of the Nellis Air Force Base. If you're just tuning in, definitely check with 8newsnow.com. We're covering a story on an Air Force jet crash in a neighborhood in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sunrise Manor area. And as we get details, we will publish in that story, so definitely refresh that. And there should be a press conference shortly. We do have some vehicles leaving from Metro right now, but the road is still blocked off. We have more residents coming out who heard the loud crash or wondering what it was. Some are waiting to see if they can go by. But the Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, the truck just that left. Other emergency vehicles have left the scene. I only see one ambulance here. That's a dust devil is what we call them locally. That's just the wind and dust blowing right there is what you're seeing. It's like a dust tornado, dust devil. These happen all the time in Las Vegas. It's a little windy today. So we're gonna leave right now. Just stay with, they're gonna hold a press conference shortly to provide facts on the incident, but the road appears that it's being cleared now. So we have our last of the emergency vehicles that I saw on the scene leaving. Metro's on the scene. They're gonna provide we're gonna have a press conference shortly from from the local agencies to provide us facts on the incident. But I just saw a cone removed by Metro officers, so perhaps We'll see in a moment if they're about to open the street to residents who live in the area. Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah, residents have been waiting to get by. But thank you so much for joining us live here. 8newsnow.com is the website. We'll have the full story and provide updates more on this crash. Thank you so much for tuning in. Visit 8newsnow.com for the latest.